Well, good morning everybody and welcome to Boca Raton. And today we are going to explore a bunch of historical sites like normal and see what we can find around the city. And today our first stop is the historical Boca Raton Town Hall. It was built in 1927 and it was used for different office spaces, the fire station, the police department, and it was the first library that was here that the Women's Club opened up. But now it has been restored by the Historical Society, and it now houses the History Museum. So it's kind of a busy road, but I'll go around front, show you guys the front of it. We just walked through the museum and it is absolutely gorgeous inside. I'll show some videos of it. So there's a lot of great information in here, and the ladies inside, just like over at the Del Rey Historical Society that we went to yesterday, there's a lot of great information that the ladies will give you about the area. But inside there's so many great things. There's information about World War II. There's information about Meisner, who was a big developer here in the city. Unfortunately, he did end up losing a lot of money as well, because you had the stock market crash and all of that. So he did die as a bankrupt, but he still had a lot of influence on the city, and there's a lot of things named after him in the city. There's some great artifacts of his in here. There's some early pioneer artifacts. There's the train, which of course is huge in this area with Henry Flagler. There's a great new exhibit that they have on mid-century modern that has different hotels, apartments, and some furniture and some really adorable housing accessories, I guess you could say. There's also a really cool exhibit on the IBM. So IBM personal computers were developed here in Boca Raton, and so there's a great exhibit on that, and you can even play one of those old IBM personal computers that I remember when I was a child. But yeah, you definitely need to come visit. So one interesting thing is that the first Saturday of each month, they are free to come and visit, and I will put their information down below so you can check out when their hours are and all of that information, so you can come and visit them while you are here in the Boca Raton area. So right down the street from the Historical Society, we ran across this really cute train depot. So this particular depot was not the first one that opened in Boca Raton, but it is from 1930, and it remained operational until 1968. When it did close, the Historical Society did take it over, and they did some renovations in 1980s, and it's actually closed right now as well. So I feel like they're probably doing some more renovations to it, and hopefully they'll open it up as maybe a museum or something like that. Would be really awesome, like a train museum, to showcase the Florida East Coast Trail Company that was so important to this area. But there's another train that's down the way, so I'm going to walk down there and show you guys that one as well. But I just loved this little engine here and the little caboose. It's so cute. All right. So here's the other train I was talking about, and this one looks more like what you would see on an Amtrak train, something like that. Yeah. Oh, they have a cute tile mural here. You just never know what you're gonna find when you're driving around. We were actually headed to another spot as we left the Historical Society and just happened upon this. Since it is temporary closed, it wasn't showing up as a historical spot to come and check out. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So here's a view of the actual depot itself. So it is that same style that most stuff is here, which is a Mediterranean style architecture. But I like it. It's cute. Our next stop of the day was over to the South Florida Railway Museum. So they're only open on Wednesdays from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and then on Saturdays from noon to 4 p.m. But we're gonna go inside and check it out and see what they have for us inside. So when you go inside, you can see they have these great model trains inside. And if you are big into building model trains or just looking at different models, this is definitely going to be the place for you to stop by. So they are donation only, so they don't have a set price for you to pay to go inside the facility, but I do ask that you definitely make sure you make a good donation to them, which helps them to add the model trains to the facility and to help teach the kids on this art of building models. Now they do also, along the side, they do also have some of the history about the trains and some more models along the side for some great history on Amtrak and different artifacts that they have as well. Now, if you're big into watching trains and seeing them coming and going on the tracks, the facility is an active train station, so you can stick around and see the train come through. This is going to be the Deerfield Beach train station, and I believe Amtrak and the Tri-Rail come through here. I'm not sure if Brightline does. I think they're on a different track, but make sure that you stick around and watch that train to come through. If you would like to visit the train museum, then I will put a link down below for that information. Or if you would like to join their club, then I will put that down below as well, so that you can find out all information about their membership fees and different activities and events that they do as well. Another great stop to check out while you are in this area is over in Deerfield is the Butler house. So this is a registered historical landmark, and it is run by the Deerfield Historical Society. This house is actually 100 years old this year. We went inside the house already, and we had a great tour with David. He was amazing. He gave us so much information about the Butlers and the house and this whole kind of area. He is amazing. So I recommend you guys come over here. I will put a link down below, of course, for how to get here. They are open for tours. You can give them a phone call and find out if they are open. Today is Saturday, and they were open from, I think it was like 11 to 3, something like that. I cannot remember, but definitely come and check out the facility. Since it was a tour with David, I did not film inside because he was giving us just so much information about everything about the family, and he like I said, he was amazing, so I definitely recommend it. Now, if you go across the street over here, this house right here was a relative of the Butlers, and that house has been leased out to the Historical Society. They have some mid-century furniture in there, but it's also a cultural center, and they do amazing stuff for the community. They have free art classes that they do for the kids. They have like movie nights. There's just so much stuff that they are doing for their community here in Deerfield Beach. So make sure, if you do live in this area, make sure you check them out, and you can see the different activities and stuff that they are having. So they are a donation run facility, so make sure you give them a donation and make sure you sign in on their little paperwork, because that always helps them to get grants and different funding and stuff. have a quick stop here at the Deerfield Beach Old Schoolhouse. So the schoolhouse was an elementary school between 1920 and 1926, and then it went over into being a city hall and administration. After that, which you can see City Hall for Deerfield is this facility here. So it is still on the City Hall's property. But it looks like it's run maybe by the Historical Society now. It did have a date that the Historical Society was 1985. But the other thing that they have here is a caboose. With this train theme today. So this one is the Seaboard Coastal Line, which I have a video where I visited Arbondale, Florida. And I'll put a link for that. And I talk a little bit about the line that went through that area. I've never really been a huge train person, but lately, I don't know what it is. I've just been into finding spots that have old train cabooses and trains, and I don't know. It's part of our history, so it's cool. There are some cute kitties around here too. Of course, I don't see any now, but watch out for those cute little kitties when you're over here. So here we have City Hall, which is right behind the schoolhouse right there. And over here, you can see a bad storm is about to come. So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to continue on our journey today of visiting all these different historical sites. So I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye for now. And I just want you guys to remember to hit that subscribe button and the bell of notifications, so the next time I hit another town, you can see that video of the different historical sites that they have there. And always remember, guys, to go out, explore, have fun, and keep learning.